do a unboxing of a Brinsea. This is the new one. This is the TLC-50 Zoologic. And most people use this for wildlife rehab, stuff like that. So that is actually what we use it for, or will use it for as well. But we don't see many of these online, so we figured we would do an unboxing. So people can see what they get if they happen to get this one. Got hoses. Of course, they've got all kinds of booklets on top. Your power. We're gonna have something. We'll come back to all the little things. How about that? We'll just do the big unboxing so we can see what everybody came to see. For those who just want to see the big one and surf away. For those of you interested, the TLC-50 is interior dimensions of 25 inches wide by 18 inches deep by 14 inches high, and exterior dimensions of 27 1/8 wide, 21 5/8 high, and 20 1/4 inches deep. This could go well or bad, just like everything else, right? This is going to be your top unit. Trying to be careful when unboxing because obviously that top unit is very important to you. Came with the Brinsea book where it talks all about eggs and incubating, which is what a lot of people do with Brinsea products. As everything from the ova. This one will need the humidifier, which is a separate unit that we will have to buy. We will, I guess, do another unboxing of that. Here are the units that we're talking about. The T50 is the one that this unit is. The portable is one that people commonly have with it, so you can do both. That portable one actually does come with a car charger too. That's their automatic door system. But Brinsea is a very popular company for this type of thing. I was looking for. Gives you the care and cleaning guide, and then here's your instruction booklet. It's going to go in depth with everything. Obviously, this is a medical grade unit, so it is not suggested that you just order one to have one. It would be for, legitimate uses. It does require maintenance. You will have to maintenance your fan. It is germ-resistant plastic, but it will require proper disinfectant every single time that you put babies in here. Has recommended temperature guides for parrots. Those would not be for what we're doing. Has small mammal as well. Has some temperature guidelines in there. I would suggest you follow your guidelines from your local facilities over these probably. I have not looked at them closely though. It talks about, basic servicing and calibration. Let's see if we can put this guy together. Install a little bit of hardware here. Hopefully that's not missing. It's just somewhere else. Hopefully that's what's in here. Not going to be a very good unboxing video for missing a piece, will it? Yes, there it is. That's what we wanted to see. Assuming that we should see some kind of instructions. It says it had instructions. While we're putting together this unit, I figured we would voice over some of the more interesting stuff, like this particular unit usually retails from Brinsea for about $1,200. However, for this exact unit, it was actually fundraised through Baby Warm, the charity. So we had to fundraise $1,000, and then Baby Warm covered the rest and shipping from Brinsea. So that's why you will see the Baby Warm logo on ours. This one is the largest unit. It is the TLC-50 2. It is the Zoologic one, and it usually gets paired with the portable unit, which is the TLC-30 Eco, that most people get the car charger with, so that they are able to transport babies and get them warm immediately, and then bring them home to this, which they've turned on before they left. It wants the flat top ones to come from underneath. As I'm sure you can see here, I didn't exactly get everything perfect on first install. You will want to have the unit so that you can screw from underneath, which means you have to be holding the flat top screw, so the door does have to be open. I figured this out the hard way, as you guys can see. This particular unit would be used for a variety of things. Here we will actually be using it for rehabilitation of wildlife, so we will mostly be putting baby squirrels in there. As you can see, it is a very large unit, so it could hold several litters. I usually don't take more than 10 at a time, so this one would be perfect for me per season, personally. So I would attach these loosely. That way you can position it.
It's only 10 minutes.
As I said, this is actually the TLC-52, which is the new incubator. It's been redesigned to offer additional features like an increased humidity range. It has variable fan speed, and it offers the top range of the Zoologica line, which means it has fully integrated automatic humidity control. So you have complete and total peace of mind for leaving your animal, no matter the species. These units are incredibly tough. They're very efficient. They're easy to clean, although you do have to use the proper cleaning solutions, which means nothing alcohol, because alcohol-based cleaning solutions will degrade your plastic. At the end of the day, this incubator is ideal for everything from newly hatched exotic chicks like an emu, all the way up to an injured or orphaned mammal like a litter of squirrels or a raccoon that was injured, even though it's an adult, because the size. This particular unit does have a variety of functions. It's going to be your big long screws, it looks like, to do the rest of your cabinet. Gives you two separate directions here. See, it talks about attaching the hinge to the top that the door goes in, and then it says just lay the door in and lay it on top. But remember in the video when we tried that, the hinges don't line up. So you definitely, I think, have to have the door open to get that door in. I think you have to line it up on the bottom hinge and literally have the door open. This is going to be fun with how tiny these are, and I literally have tiny hands. you don't have tiny hands, I feel really bad for you at this part. Because I don't think my husband could do this very easily. That is tight for my hands, and I literally have like the smallest hands. So I wish you luck if you're trying to do this and you have normal adult hands, because this is probably going to be a really fun project for you. I do not think that this was made for normal size hands very much. The Brinsea TLC-50 will do accurate time with a digital control that is in Celsius or Fahrenheit. I'll do a separate video to show you how to control all that stuff. It does have an audible alarm if it gets out of range for humidity or for temperature. And the door you can actually reverse, so if your setup would have the door better on the other side, you can definitely attach the door on the right instead of the left as it comes in. You also have the front grate that lets you exchange fresh air, which works with the variable fan speed, and with the humidity control, so that if it's getting too humid, you could use that fresh air port to control that humidity level and let some out. You do have a light that you can turn on to have more light in there, and this is made of that antimicrobial plastic that is resistant to germs. It comes with a 3-year warranty, but you must register it to get that full 3 years. So as soon as your unit comes in, it is imperative that you register it with Brinsea, because I believe it only has like a 1-year warranty if you do not register for that extended warranty. So you definitely want the 3 years, and you definitely want to get it registered immediately upon delivery. This particular one came from Baby Warm, as I've said. So we will be registering it immediately to get our full value. There is an issue with some of them having a gap in the door with clawed mammals. So you would want to get the door strip to fill in that gap if your unit has that gap. However, if you're doing different types of animals, that may not be necessary for you specifically. It just depends on your unit and the animals that you are caring for. This particular unit does appear to have a slight gap in the V, which I'm not sure if I zoom in on the video. I'm pretty sure I don't, but there is a slight gap, so we will be getting the door liner for this unit. As you can see, it is mostly just a tedious process instead of a difficult process to get this unit put together. Mostly it is just putting these screws that are hard to get with tiny hands into the small space that is available. But once you have all of that done, you will have a medical grade incubator ready to go. If you are interested in Baby Warm at all that I keep mentioning, you can go to babywarm.org to donate to wildlife rehabbers and help them get units, or if you are a rehabber yourself, to apply to have them help you fundraise a unit. Once again, I cannot emphasize enough, this is just an assistance program. You will have to fundraise the amount of money selected for the unit that you chose in order for them to cover the balance. They do help you raise the last $100. If you get your auction within $100, they will help you advertise it. But you have to work to help the charity in order to make this happen if you are going in with the expectation of getting an incubator. They are an amazing company, and I suggest you check them out at babywarm.org. Are you getting something in there? This will need to be disinfected before you ever put animals in it, and each time again.
Like a hospital, you would want to sterilize everything.
Yep. I don't know what about this door though. I don't know why this door is so questionable.
No, it's fine. It's gonna take a little shape for a little while.
That door definitely seems to need to be popped back in place every time I open it. I don't know if that's normal, if that's something I should complain about. I'll have to talk to some more people. But as you see, that bottom door might always be questionable. If you happen to find a baby animal and are not a wildlife rehabber, please contact one through ahnow.org or your local DNR immediately, as rehabbers are the ones who have this life-saving equipment. Correct housing is a must for a healthy baby, so if you find one, please get into a plastic container with airflow holes. Cardboard dehydrates. Also, you would only want to use fleece or old t-shirts for bedding, as terry cloth or towel material can damage claws and cause injuries. The difference of getting them to a rehabber is equipment like this allows for oxygen supplementation and nebulizer treatments that are necessary for some animals to survive. There's clearly dust and stuff all over it. I have to lift the door to get it to close. You also can control humidity here. You change your vent if if it's getting too humid in there, you can vent it out. Comes with plenty of trash. This would only be used with fleece with any clawed animals, as terry cloth, aka towel material, literally breaks claws and fingernails. And the humidity probably wouldn't need to be that high. 45% is really high. I don't know if it's just telling us what's in there or that's what it's actually set to. I'll have to do some reading. But there we have a Brinsea. This is, as you see, the Series 2. This is the TLC-50 Zoologica. We got ours from Baby Warm. So as you see, Baby Warm has sponsored it right there. And it is put together. It needs to run for like a day to get like factory plastic smell out before you put any animals in here. And obviously you need to put a thermometer in here, make sure that it's getting to the temperature it says. It's on you to check your item. So yes, it's a good item. Yes, they're well made, but accidents can happen. So if you got a defective one, it would be on you to know that and send it back for Brinsea to replace. So before you ever put an animal in here, you need to sanitize it. You need to put temperature gauge in there, and you need to leave it running so that this factory plastic smell gets out, and so that you're sure that it's actually working, and then you can use it. And put baby squirrels in there is what we're gonna do, but you can put whatever you want in there technically. Chickens, peacocks, emu. I mean, you can put a raccoon in there that got hit by a car. You got one that's this big, you're trying to triage. You could really put anything in there. Don't put your kid in there. Don't put anything in there. Don't put your kid in there. Anything animal, put in here. You guys have fun. Bye.